Hey there, are you ready to discover how you can achieve your biggest dream? Take just a few minutes out of your time today and you could easily change your life. Don't worry, no experience necessary. Keep on watching this video and you won't regret it.
Due to the massive impact social media and technology are having on the notary industry, the rise of the smart notary is in full effect. Are you prepared for the inevitable changes, or will you become obsolete? Nationwide notary agency owner Tiger Toledo shows you exactly how to leverage opportunities that currently exist. Through real-life examples, personal stories, insight, and examples, Tiger shares how he took his small one-man traveling notary service to a nationwide success using the same technology available to you. Rise of the Smart Notary will teach you how to take advantage of today's opportunities. Provide strategies and tips for using social media. Breakdown of the traditional way versus the new way of doing business. How you can exploit the opportunities that exist today. Tiger will also teach you how to work smarter, not harder. Explain top mistakes notaries make with their business. Provide immediate steps you can take towards success. Grab your copy today. It will change your life.
Love it to death. So if you guys haven't picked up this book, go to Amazon. You could pick up the book series. And Still I Rise is on pre-order right now. So that's not coming out until May 11th of next year. So you have a chance to pre-order that one. Agency mindset. Sales. And I learned this the hard way, you guys. The last thing you delegate and outsource. I'm going to repeat that. Sales should be the last thing you delegate and outsource. So as an agency owner, I'm going to let you know right now, your phone rings off the hook, but it's money. It's all money. You know what I mean? Like every phone call is somebody that's trying to give you money. But it does become overwhelming at sometimes because, like for me, I have a nationwide agency, so I'm getting calls from New York, Atlanta. That shit just becomes a pain in the ass. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with you guys. That's why I'm getting away from earned income. Okay, but it gives me the ability to work for myself, and it gives me the ability to earn an income and invest in other projects that doesn't require me to put in all that work. So I got a assistant, a virtual assistant out from the Philippines, and she was one of the best. Like her name was Bree, and I couldn't wait to offload my phone calls onto her. I figured, I created the $250,000 call script, this and that. I'm training her up, and in the beginning, knocking them down, but for you to want to close deals, you got to be cut from that cloth. So eventually sales started dropping off. A month would go by, no sales coming in, not on my end, but on her end, because she was handling all of the other different states. I'm like, that's weird. Then another month went by, no sales at all. I know the phone calls are coming in. Then, we had a meeting about it. We're like, what's going on? Like, how come we're not closing any of these deals? Then we go into the third month. And then at that point, the company is hemorrhaging now. It's like, we're losing money at this point. So it's like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to spring back into action and generate money into the business again. What is the quickest way to do it? I had to take over the phone calls. That was the main source of the money, was handling these phone calls. Eventually, I had to lay off my assistant because her position no longer became an income producing position. Whenever you're building out your business, I don't care if that person is a janitor. That person needs a quota, because it keeps everything on point where the company is moving forward. If that person is sweeping up and you hear somebody talking about, hey, I need a notary, and this person is in your building and maybe the janitor should be going over, hey, there's a notary right down the hallway over there. Go see them. They'll notarize your document. Give the janitor something for that. And then you just close the deal. Everybody in your business should be in sales. Everyone, from the receptionist to customer service. I want you to pay attention to this too. Have you noticed you could call any business, and then press 9 or press 7 to talk to the sales department. Every time they will put you in touch with a live person. You know why? They don't want to lose that money. That is what we consider a hot lead. This person wants to talk to the sales department. Gear up, fellas. We got some phone calls coming in. Hi, this is James, the sales department. How can I help you? Oh, I'm looking to see if I can get the new Samsung or iPhone. Great. Are you looking for 5G, 6G, 10G? Because they know they can close deals. And not only can they close a deal, they can upgrade those deals, get upsells. Possibly. And see, here's the thing. And again, this is why notaries will only look at things in a very short-term span of things. Not only do they look at it as, hey, I can close this deal right here, but what if there's a family member that needs an additional phone? Do you have anybody in your home that needs a phone too? Do you want to add some extra lines onto it? Hey, do you have your documents done yet? Do you need someone to do the document liaison for you? I'm just saying, you guys, there's a lot of opportunity out here. There's more than one way to skin a cat, especially for my people out there in Atlanta. I know that's an attorney state. You guys definitely go over the whole the circle of cash flow. That's really, really important, because you guys are always looking for different ways to upgrade your sales. So let's see if this is the slide to go to. Okay, perfect. So who are the players? We're gonna go into this agency piff right now. These are the major players when it comes to an agency. The agency owner, the client, and the notary. That's it. Again, I repeat, do not complicate the system. It has been simplified. I have taken out all the freaking dead weight, all the baggage. I've cut all the fat out of this thing. Listen, I sat down in my car one day by the lake and I said, who are the key individuals I need in my business to run this agency without me being there? And I narrowed it down to only 2 positions. One is a salesperson that needs to be closing these deals on the phone, and the other person is fulfillment. Salesperson that takes the phone calls, closes the deal, and then the person that does the fulfillment, who is responsible for finding the notary, sending them the W-9 form, and making sure that the notary gets to the location on time, does what they're supposed to do, and then we issue out payment for that notary. That's it. That's all the agents. Now, in the beginning, you'll be playing those roles yourself. But as your agency grows, that's where you want to take it. So it's just the agency, the client, and the notary. So let's unpack that. Let's see what that looks like. Agency workflow. And you guys could go ahead and screenshot this, but you guys have access to the replay. I'll show you how you can get access to the replay. And then also type in your questions too, because I'm gonna read them off before we go into the next segment of this, because we're gonna take a short intermission. Okay, so the client, here's how the workflow goes. The client calls the notary agency, makes an order, purchases the order. Hi, thank you for calling U.S. Notary Agency. This is Mark. How can I help you today? Hi, I'm looking to get a power of attorney done. Blah, 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 blah. $200. Once the order is complete, only when the order is complete, the agency seeks a notary. Don't start looking for a notary before the order is complete, because some of these people will string you along. They'll be like, oh, I'm gonna do it, and no order ever goes through. Now you done spent all of this time finding a notary to fulfill this assignment, and the order never goes through. Don't do that. Nothing moves until the money moves. Is this coming in loud and clear? Nothing moves but the money. So the client calls, puts the order in, boom. Once the order goes through, agency begins to seek a notary that is close to that client. Once they find a notary that is willing to take that assignment, that notary is dispatched and goes to service that client. That's it. That's the workflow right there. That's the workflow right there. Now, if there's any intermediate runs in there, like, the FedEx run and all that other extra stuff, that's where we come in, where we're charging accordingly. That way we can compensate the notary for their time and effort. But if you do not know how to price yourself, you're going to lose money. You're not going to make as much money as you should be as an agency. So you want to make sure that the notary's happy. You want to make sure that the client is happy. And of course, you want to make sure that you're happy. So it becomes a win-win-win situation for everybody. You brokered the deal, then you dispatch a notary to run the assignment for you. Let's look at the cash flow now. This is what it looks like in a notary cash flow. The client pays the agency. The client doesn't pay the notary. The client pays the agency. The agency pays the notary. Any questions about that? Type it in the chat section. We'll cover it in a second. The client pays the agent. I call it the medical business model, the medical building business model. Some of you guys may know or may not know, you don't have to be a doctor to own a medical building. A lot of the people that own medical buildings are not doctors. So the medical building owner will commission doctors to work inside the facility. As clients and patients come through, the doctor services the client pays the medical business practice, and then the medical business practice cuts a check to the doctor. That's how that works. So this is modeled after the medical building business model. You see what I mean? So this is why I say this industry have never seen anything like this. It's because I bring elements from different industries that I've worked in, and I bring it into this industry. So believe it or not, all of your past experiences, all the different businesses that you have worked for and stuff like that, it's going to be needed. Those experiences, those business models that you have learned, God was putting you through a test. And now it can become, a very, very valuable piece in your business. So again, the client pays the agency and the agency pays the notary. Let me see if we have any questions here. So right now we're going to go into the marketing section of things. So we'll do a quick intermission. Let me see if I have any questions here. And Tech, you could jump on at any time, brother.
Okay, I'm listening.
Okay, so Jasmine says, how much is a good price to pay your virtual assistant, and where to find one? So I have I did a notary war room thing with a guy named Ken Collier. Ken Collier has a virtual assistant business. I was paying my notary. Now she was out in the Philippines. You could get a real good notary for about $200 a week. $200 a week. Because you have to understand the PHP, their dollars is much different from our, the American dollar is much more higher. So $200, $250 for full time, that's pretty good a week. My virtual assistant, I had her doing everything, so I paid her way more than that. But yeah, when you're seeking virtual assistant, make sure there's cost that's involved with that, right? So let's do a quick breakdown for you, Jasmine. And this is one of the main reasons why I had to let go of my assistant, is because there were other parts that were taking money away from the business. When you get a virtual assistant, especially if she's in another country, you're going to have to get a call forwarding service. So the company I was using was called Ring Central. Ring Central, I think it was about $60 a month for her to be able to make phone calls into the state with a US number. So it didn't look like it was an international number, right? Next thing, I had to pay for her having her own email, and I had to pay for other services and software to help her do her job more efficiently. So those things you have to keep in mind, and then payroll, right? But in the beginning, it was like bow, 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 bow. She was closing deals. I was closing deals. Money was just like going up. For whatever reason, sales started to get a decline. And again, just like with this agency stuff, I'm not looking for a notary if I don't get the order. So nothing move but the money. So always be aware of that. Like if your company is taking huge hits, usually the first positions to go are the ones that are not generating income. Let's see here. Do you use Google Ads for your website? I had, but I'm not right now. Rafael said, I want to form a partnership with a law firm and assisted living facility to their preferred notary agency, to be their preferred notary agency. Any advice on what my approach should be? So yeah, absolutely. So first thing is, the assisted living facilities, you must talk to the director, straight up and down. You got to talk to the director. You don't want to talk to the receptionist. You don't want to talk to the front desk. Be cool with them though. Don't brush them off like they ain't nobodies, because they are somebody. When somebody is looking for a notary, 9 out of 10 times they're going to the front desk to ask, hey, do you guys know of a notary that can come out the facility to, notarize some paperwork? So always treat them with love. Treat everybody with love. But to be put on the board, you want to talk to the director. The director is going to be the person that will say, all right, anytime a client needs notarization done, contact this company. There's this young, beautiful, melanated sister. She's worked at multiple nursing homes, and every nursing home that she goes to, she brings me along with her. So it's like I have all of this relationships with all the previous nursing homes that she used to work with. So they still call me, and then she still calls me whenever she needs notarizations done. Again, it goes back to building strong relationships. Law firms, best way to do it for law firms is this. Drop that heat. I ain't drinking no more Bacardi. I don't want to be slurring my words and shit. Fuck all that. I'm drinking my coffee on this one. Because I'm gonna drop some heat with you guys. I'm gonna tell you how you do this shit with these law firms. These lawyers are some slick motherfuckers, man. But that's what they do. That's what they do. Their whole job is to seduce and persuade and get the jury to see things their way. But I'm about to give you a tip on how to really just blow their mind. Like, who is this guy? See if you could do one job. Just one. That's all you need, fam. Do one job for a law firm. Okay? Once you do that one job for the law firm, this is what you do. This is what I want you to do. I want you to look up that law firm. A lot of these law firms on directories, just like the notaries are. I want you to go on their Google My Business page. I want you to go to their Bing. I want you to go to findalawyer.com. And then I want you to leave 5-star reviews for their ass. I love this company. They were wonderful. They were so professional. I've never had an experience like this before. They see that shit. I have a notary. Now make sure that you put in that you have a notary agency. I have a notary agency, and we've worked with many law firms. This by far is one of the best law firms we ever worked with. Hey, John. Who's this who's this Rafael guy over here that left this 5-star review? We've worked with him before. Yeah, we worked with him before. Make sure he's on the roster. Boom.
Let's go.
Boom. You done seduced and manipulated their mind on that shit, dude. Next thing you know, they're like, hey, I want to pass out your number, like he's doing you a favor. You know what you did. You're expecting that call. hey, I'm going to be passing out your number to the rest of the lawyers in the agency. I just want to say thank you. You know how the first time I did that, it was for a law firm out of Utah. I said, let me just try this shit. For shits and giggles, right? Experimentation purposes only. I did that shit, right? Do you guys know that? I'm sure you do. When you leave a review, Google will send you emails and say how many people have found your review very helpful. Bro, I kid you not. It said 4,000 people have seen and saw that your review was helpful. 4,000. So somehow I tied in, and they're like, "Hey, I saw your review. It was great. Blah 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 blah. I want you guys to do this. Whatever. Create my trust documents, my power of attorneys, my will, my whatever." And it puts you in such a good space. How long did it take you? See, that's what I'm saying, you guys. Like this industry is so damn old. It's so damn old that it never seen movement like this before. You're not moving like the old heads. You are creating situations with the technology that is in front of you. And how hard was it for you to do that? You can literally do it on your phone while you're sitting on the damn toilet. That's what that is. Let's see what the next one is.
One thing, can I ask something for that?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
One thing, I'm not saying new notaries, but I'm saying people in general would automatically think when you're reaching out to a law firm that they will want to like discount them and call them up. But I'm so happy you said that, because I would absolutely not call a law firm like soliciting jobs, like begging for a job, essentially. Like an assisted living facility, a memory care facility, senior home, that's different, right? It's a different animal, different beast, different clientele. Going into that facility and speaking to the director, a social worker or something like that, speaking to somebody official and explaining to them how you can help them make their life easier, maybe give them a discount, stuff like that. But when you're working with a law firm, you're working with attorneys, like you said, attorneys are smart people. They are they're slick people. They're used to getting paid $800, $600, $12,000 an hour, right? And they should, rightfully so, they should. Do not call them asking them for a job. Do not do that. I would not do that. I love that backdoor compliment not backdoor compliment, but sending the review. That's gold, man, because...
Thanks for watching. I hope you got a lot from it. Don't forget to click the link below for my special discounted price.